How are we, YouTubers? Are we well? Mary's going to try and keep an eye on me with the phone, right? Okay. Now, some of my videos might be a waste of time, but let me just tell you this. I am a concerned person of Australia and of the world and the people who live in it, right? As you all know, I just recently came back from America, went over there. Yes, they have their crime, but the way they deal with their crime over there is a lot better than what we do. Now, this is about fatal clashes, what's it say?
Fatal crash charges.
Right, okay, right. So we're going to move on. That was about a police car that had just crashed after some knob, right, came out of a house with a shotgun wielding it at the police, and then they crashed their car, right? You know, in America, and I don't care what people have to say here, if you're going to point a weapon, whether it's unloaded or not, they're not to know, right, at anyone who has the authority to carry a weapon or have a weapon on them, expect to get shot, okay? But in this case, they didn't shoot him, and now he's on the run around rural Victoria, scaring the shit out of people who live out there, which majority are elderly, because they're on farms, right? But we'll move it on to the next story.
Have been put on notice with teens flocking to markets to illegally buy machetes and knives. As youth gang violence erupts on Melbourne streets, some police are calling for tougher penalties for any minor caught carrying an edged weapon. Neri Tai has this.
Right, so you just heard that. The police are calling for tougher penalties, all right? Who would know best? Judges? No, they get presented a case. Magistrates? Well, they're actually private people that actually can be sued if they put people in jail, right, that's not warranted, okay? If it's called uncalled for, you can actually sue a magistrate. But a judge you can't, because they're given the powers by the Queen, okay? Right? Okay, I should know this. I've been in plenty of court cases where I've had charges against myself. And when you go up against the Crown, you may win. I won my cases, never convicted, won my cases though, right? But it's the Crown. So either party pay their own costs. Okay? That's how it works. Magistrate though, if a magistrate gets it wrong, I can sue the magistrate. All right? That's why magistrates don't put them in jail. They kick them out onto the streets. And that's what the police are going up against. So when he says judges, that's not a judge presiding over the case when they've just caught someone walking him into night court. No, it's a magistrate that they've called out of bed and he goes, okay. Just like famously in the case of Adrian Bailey and Jill Meagher, right? Adrian Bailey had been released on early parole, right? And then caused 3 crimes, and then he got to Jill Meagher, all right? But each time the police presented him before Jill Meagher, the magistrate, he can wait that one out. We can wait that one out. And then finally, what happened? Jill Meagher died. Very sad. We'll just move this along, right? So I'll fast forward this. Right, getting to this point here. Right.
Gang members were
400 arrests, 440 arrests, okay? Right, 440 arrests. Mind you, the police are currently personally monitoring over 600 youth offenders. Youth offenders. They just shut down Parkville, right? Okay? Sacked 220 staff. They've got a new jail that's not even full, right? And these guards are getting the shit beaten out of them because these kids, right, are coming from other countries other than Australia. You've got Papua New Guinea children in there, and I'm not being racist when I'm saying this, right? Okay, far from it. But the thing is this, if you are a parent of one of these kids that have been charged with an indictable offence, not a misdemeanour, an indictable offence, as far as I'm concerned, if you can't control your kid and you've come to this fucking country, right, or any country for that matter, you know what? You and your kid piss off. All right? Or else this is going to start to happen. You're going to get people like myself and other people who don't have the aptitude of myself and will immediately inflict this on you without assessing the situation properly. So then you're going to have another crime spree or an out of control thing. Vigilantes that aren't assessing the situation correctly. Okay? Right? I'm not a cop. Okay? But I know how to assess in the situation. For all you fucking people out there who've judged me and said that I'm a fool or an idiot, let me tell you something. I've worked in security. And when I say security, that's a broad spectrum. Not just a bouncer in a pub, right? Smelling Vic Bitter all night and smelling pissy urinals, right? And dealing with some bloke who's pissed off because his fucking bet didn't come in and his horse fucking broke its leg either. Okay? I've been a diplomatic bodyguard. I've worked with the Stars. I've even worked with the government in some places. Okay? Been overseas and everything else like that. Yes, and I have been on the other side of the fence, and I've fucking done standover work as well. But I grade it not on the dollar, on what the job is. Does it need to be doing, or did you bring it on your fucking self? All right? You arrogant fucks out there who judge me, you piss me off. Yes, I put it on YouTube, but listen to what I'm saying. Right? 440 of these fuckers. Guess how many times they've been arrested?
Combined 1,600 and
So they've arrested that many, but in that time, they've re-arrested that many again. That's 3 times. And they're still here, and they're on the streets, and no one's worried? Get fucking worried, because I'm going to tell you how it's going to go. If you don't start scaring the shit out of the youth that's coming up, right? The good youth in amongst this bad youth is going to start, they're not going to have a life, because it's going to be filled with crime. Scare the living shit out of them now, and it'll deter them from going to crime now. And funny enough, after this story,
times, that's an average of 3 times each. Alarmingly, 82 of them were arrested more than 10 times over the past year. A revolving door police.
some of them were 13, 12 and 13. The latest pursuit was from fucking Bendigo. They came from Bendigo, stole a car, got caught in fucking Mill Park.
Aimed to slam shot, Pete.
Okay, thank you. Nearly time.
Right.
Report.
Now we'll move along. Some stupid waste of money government campaign about fucking... Right, now.
Cybersecurity.
Right, now we've got a big threat at the moment, right? Cybersecurity. So why don't we start taking the youth and changing schools and giving these smart kids a look in life where they can go and they can grow. And this is one, okay? This is where government need to step in and see these kids that are good kids in amongst bad kids, right? Okay? Right?
Mr. Talking tough on a threat that's getting tougher to control.
Cybersecurity is the fastest changing national security threat that our country faces.
Right. And that, who's going to fill those seats? That's our youth. Not me. Not you. Right? It's you got to get these kids now and teach them how to do it and give them some productiveness in this world that's going to shit at the moment. You know, we've got a government up there, Albanese, right? He's not supposed to take a side or anything, but yet he is. He's saying yes, vote yes, vote yes. I thought government was supposed to be unopinionated, right? Allow the people to think, right? Okay, I'm not against the yes vote and I'm not for it. I want better clarity of it. But the one thing is we're one people here. Whether you're black, yellow, Aboriginal, Native, I don't give a shit, mate. We're one person. No one person has a bigger voice than anyone else. Okay? All right? But this is what we've got going. There's an opportunity here to seize on a lot of young people, which I might add, that at the moment, they're not very hands-on-y. We're breeding a youth that is very academic. Right? This is perfect for them. Put them into this. They'll thrive in it. Okay? Scare the shit out of them. Get them into this. Then but if you commit a crime, I'm saying this and I'll say it again. These people who come to this country or any other countries, right? If your kids or yourself even as an adult, you get charged and you're found guilty of an indictable offence, of serious violent offence, okay? You get deported. And if it is your child, unfortunately, then you and your child get deported. It's enough. We're not just dealing with assaults anymore. You turn the news on and we're finding people are dead, mate. Kids are being hacked in the street. This is Australia. We've had 2 kids hacked to death in the street by other kids with machetes. And that. I'm concerned. So should you. The police are too, but no one's listening to them. They want harsher penalties, and the judges, and they're saying to them, don't worry about it. Albanese's out there rubbing fucking sticks with the Aboriginals, right, to get a fucking yes vote. What's more important, a yes vote or having a future? Because the way we're going, we're not going to have a future. We'll have a yes vote, but there's no fucking future. Because all our youth is be in jail or fucked up. And you know what? Go get a pie.